people is cutting the fucking insurance. They is not. Medicaid is getting cut. They is cutting Medicaid.
You cut me something else? What the hell, Alexis?
Yes, they keep cutting everybody, cutting everybody. If you work over, if you work over 30 hours a year, I mean a week, they get cut off. If you work over 30 hours a year, I mean a week. Yeah, and the time room gotta be day dropping. We don't know what this. We don't know what this.
position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Canes will boot it away to start the game. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got the quick pass. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's the give off the left side. There he goes. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Pulls it in. It's Akbar. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield.
Intercepted deep in his own end. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited.
Oh, he's got some space. And a little more space open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a man on the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Looking left. It's complete. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down. So the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants it all. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
play fake on first down, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Flynn. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akbar. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on Sunday.
Gashes him in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to find the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Kings.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes the grab over the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got his man. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
And the Huskies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. A designed run for the quarterback. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Might be calling a hot route. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And he'll bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Trying play action. Under fire. try to throw it. They got it for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A run for the quarterback.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Put yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Makes the catch. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Husky. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. He'll return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it left. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, you've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Pumps it downfield. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throw.
Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the 2-point try. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Now the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college.
Gonna let it fly. He made the catch, past the marker, also past the sideline. He's out of bounds. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Here comes the 2-point try. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top. Moving out of the pocket. Tripped up for the tackle.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Quarterback will keep it. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
To the air on first down. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He's looking to pass. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start. Going deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hurricanes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Still on his feet. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Third down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensive. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
They'll run the screen. Jukes his way for more. And they swarm him under. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend it. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Canes are flying down the field. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Calls his own number. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play.
He wants to take the top off. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Makes the catch inside the 40. Can they catch him? Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They're just working that sideline. Excellent footwork to stay in bounds. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, the head coach is looking real smart after gambling for it there on 4th and short in field goal range, but he trusts his quarterback to go to the right place with the football. Huge play now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on 2nd down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away, because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. It's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
The play-action fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Hunt. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throwing right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late, you're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throwing vertically downfield.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Huskies! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Canes. Once he got some room, it was over.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. For this one. Back has it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Got the first down and more. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Turning it on. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Washington. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over because nobody was covering it. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snags it down the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Looking to the big tight end. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.